And that good news is that yesterday was a day of Thanksgiving and time with family and Christmas, and the family was praying for a miracle. And Amari's going to tell you a little bit of something that we think might be a miracle.
Yesterday, as my family, all 15 to 20 of us, all huddled around upstairs, we shared stories and a lot of prayers, and actually had some smiles and laughter up there, but still hoping for a miracle. And it looks like we may have gotten one. We have found a place that is willing to take Jahi McMath away from Children's Hospital and to care for her. And right now, we're just asking Children's Hospital to work with us on the minor details of getting that to happen. But as of right now, it looks like we may have found a miracle to keep Jahi alive and to give her another fighting chance to wake up.
Where is that place? Where is it, and who's going to pay for it?
Well, we'll tell you it's in the greater Bay Area, and it would be paid for by the insurance that is already in place, and it will cost a hell of a lot less than it will to have her here.
And which insurance company are we talking about?
That's her private information. I'll just tell you that it's insurance that was obtained through work like everyone has.
Omari, with all due respect, what about those who say this has gone far enough, that the time has come to let Jahi go?
And what people are those?
We've heard from viewers, you've heard from the hospital.
Have them have their kids change places and see if they feel the same way.
What needs to happen?
I said have them have their kids change places and see if they feel the same way. It's always very easy to talk about it when it's someone else's child. This family has done nothing but want the best for their child. So when it's gone far enough is when God makes the determination that it's gone far enough, not some viewer.
When will she move to this? And what needs to happen before she gets transferred?
There is a small procedure that needs to take place, and that's something that we have to discuss with Children's Hospital. So that's once that is set in stone and that happens, then we can move her.
And when do you want to do this by? Before the end of the year?
As soon as possible. As soon as possible. I mean, they pretty much gave us a ticking time bomb here of December 30th at 5 p.m., so well before then, if possible. So we need Children's Hospital to work with us and get this done as soon as possible so that we can move her before December 30th at 5 p.m.
Has the insurance company placed any time limit on it? I mean, it seems odd in this day and age that the insurance company would be so benevolent, frankly, to allow someone to stay on life support indefinitely given the medical time.
You should hear yourself. It seems hard to believe that an insurance company would be so benevolent to put someone on life support. I can't agree with you more. It's probably hard to believe, but it's actually somebody doing the right thing. They've not put a time limit on this girl's life. As long as that there is treatment available to her, the insurance company has said that it will assist in providing it, at least until such time that they deem otherwise. She is covered, and that's all that's important.
Can you describe the facility? Is it a skilled nursing? Is it a long, what is it?
We're not going to get into the details of the facility just yet, or nor give out the name of it, because we don't want a bunch of people, hounding them with a bunch of cameras in front of their facility just yet. But that time will come when we will release more information about the facility.
They have made a commitment to you that they're
Yes, they have said that they are more than willing to accept Jahi in their facility.
Did they reach out to you, or did you?
No, we've been burning up the phone lines all day today. Yesterday was a day of rest, and this morning at about 8 o'clock started making phone calls. It's interesting as a lawyer to play two roles. One, fight in the courts. The other is fight here to get them somewhere else. And the family and I have been on the phone all day today trying to find a facility. And I will say that a group of Catholic doctors reached out and indicated that they may have access to a facility, and that's what led us here. It was a group of Catholics inspired by the holiday to get together as a network, to make phone calls and contacts. There was an opportunity, but it was in New York. Now this opportunity, I'll tell you, is within 50 miles of where we stand.
I know it must have been a hard Christmas for your family. Have you seen any medical changes in Jahi's condition at all over the last couple days?
We've seen her blood pressure go to normal and be able to stay normal. There was a lot of times where her blood pressure was really irregular and they had a hard time of controlling it. But lately she's been really stable. And today she had more movement in her body, where she was able to move her shoulders today. She's still showing signs of breathing on her own. So we're still very hopeful. We're still very hopeful.
So you asked what exactly would be needed for transport. Two things are needed, and they're needed to meet the guidelines of both the facility as well as the guidelines for this care. And one of those is a trach tube. Right now she's on a tube down into her lungs. This is a more permanent tube and actually would be safer for her than having this continually being in her lungs through her mouth. The other is what we requested from the court earlier, which is a G-tube or a gastric tube that would provide her with nutrition. And we've requested that the hospital allow that to occur or facilitate that to occur. They seem to want Jahi out of here. We have a way. It's just not the way that they originally planned, which was in a body bag.
Has the hospital responded at all? Forgive me if I missed
That's their spokesperson. Why don't you ask him? He's at the end of the row. But
have they responded to you is what I'd like to know.
The hospital's attorney has said that he is speaking with the hospital to see what the hospital can and cannot do. There are complications for any hospital. I'm sure they're concerned about some additional accusations against them were something to go wrong, or getting privileges to a doctor to do it. At this moment in time, people need to work together to do these simple procedures to help her get out of Children's and get on with her life.
Anybody else have to sign off on this?
Then what?
Then the hospital. You're saying you just need the hospital to give you guys the green light. Is there anyone else who has to?
We need someone to put in a trach.
You've been listening to the attorney for Jahi McMath's family, and that's her uncle there that's standing beside them. And this is one of the outcomes we more or less expected. Yes, they are going to move the 13-year-old girl to another facility. They didn't have a lot of choices left. Oakland Hospital, Children's Hospital Oakland, telling them, look, we can't do anymore. She is brain dead. A number of doctors said the same thing. There was a court ruling in that regard, and the family had to decide whether to move her to another facility or not, and that is the decision now, that yes, that's going to happen. We know only that it is happening in the greater Bay Area. They're not telling us yet what facility they are moving Jahi to. The family calling this good news. Stay with us. More news coming up after the break.